My name is Sujal Goswami. I am the director in Seco Marine Uganda Limited. Seco Marine Uganda Limited is part of Alpha Group. Alpha Group is based in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and it has got its footprint in Mozambique, Rwanda, Congo, Somalia. So basically, we are in the whole of this eastern part of Africa. Our verticals are like we are in two different stream of business verticals. One is the food division and one is the engineering and logistics division. Today where you are sitting now is basically the office of Karmic Foods Limited in Kampala, and our factory for the fish, we export fish, is in Entebbe. We have been exporting fish from Uganda for more than 30 years now. We are the pioneer and one of the largest exporter of Nile perch. Now, in that fish factory, we have been operating with all these years with all the required international standards, quality standards. Now, how we came across Seco Marine, which is not a very old company. We have started Seco Marine Uganda in 2020. But our business of doing engineering and logistics goes back since 1960. This is in Mombasa. Our headquarters of engineering and logistics is in Mombasa, and our food and fish factories are across Lake Victoria, one in Uganda, two in Tanzania, one in Kenya. But I would like to talk about Seco Marine Uganda today, whereby we have started a shipyard in Entebbe next to the airport. This shipyard is one of its kind in terms of its standard and international requirement. We are building a ship which is a 1,000 metric ton ship, a cargo roll-on, roll-off ferry. It will be carrying cargo between Uganda and Tanzania or to Kenya through Lake Victoria. This ship will be launched around end of this year and will be commercially in the water around March 2024. And we believe that this activity of ours in Entebbe has given us the chance to also look into the other avenues in the industrial sector of Uganda, especially oil and gas and mines and minerals. In oil and gas, our capabilities have been proven in other part of East Africa, not in Uganda as of now. But what we have engaged in the oil and gas as of now is that we are in Lake Albert. We are going to start the lake water abstraction for the oil and gas exploration. This is a very important aspect of oil and gas exploration. So in the upstream, we have got capability in the civil side of the work, structural side of the work, as well as our mechanical workshop in Entebbe has the capacity to do the fabrication jobs for the oil and gas sector. We have engaged and recently signed a contract with somebody which I don't want to mention here, is on some piling, sheet piling for the oil and gas flood wall, for the flood wall from Lake Albert. That sheet piling job is a very specialized engineering job, and we have the capacity and capability of doing it in Uganda, which we have been doing in other parts in East Africa. We have built the Kisumu oil jetty, for example. That is being built entirely by Seco as an EPC contract. So we have the knowledge, experience, and the will to work with the oil and gas sector in Uganda, in the upstream as well as in the midstream. We have been situated in Uganda for very long years. I am here in Uganda for more than 25 years, in the same company, of course. And one of our main strength is quality assurance and best practices. And we have been following as much as possible the BUBU policy. In the process of BUBU policy, we also comply with the local content as per required law. We are also in the status of a local content company in PAU, as in Ugandan company. In our shipyard and in our fish factory, 85% of the workers are Ugandans. Some of them are Kenyans, some of them are from East Africa, and few of them are from outside. In Seco Marine, what we have been able to achieve because of our strength from Mombasa and our experiences over these years is to build up the local strength. In Seco Marine, what we have achieved so far is whoever we have employed, we have started to upskill them to the extent that some of the welders and fitters, they are getting class certification through us, and that will help the industry, especially the oil and gas and mining industry. The lack of skilled manpower in Uganda is already been felt, and our motto is to build up our company, but build Uganda first. If we can do that, it's better for both. And how we have been able to achieve so far, and many of the top officials from the government, whoever has visited us, has appreciated this effort. And although it's a little bit far away from now, but we are planning to have a training school within the facility that we have in Entebbe, in the kind of things that we do, especially the specialized welding that we do. In marine, the kind of welding that is being done is of highest class. Some of the clients from Telanga as well as from Kingfisher, they visited our place and they were very excited to see that our Ugandan brothers and sisters are actually working on ground and doing a very fantastic welding job. Even the top officials from PAU encouraged us to continue to do so that we can have a bank of skilled workforce. And one of the business strategy that we have also started to look into is to gain momentum into this skilling up Ugandans and then putting them in projects under our payroll, but in projects, so that those who are skilled up does not become temporary workers in projects. They will be under our payroll. We will take them to projects. One project is finished, they will come back when we take the second project. So there is a continuity of workforce, and there is no such thing as temporary work. That's one of the strategy that we are trying to get into, and for that we have got in our company a local Ugandan director. He is also going to spearhead this, and hopefully this will be very, very exciting and encouraging for everybody. What will be very important from here is that this facility that we are building in Uganda, especially the shipyard facility in Entebbe, we also have a plan to operate a mini port from that operation of shipyard. That area is essentially going to be a kind of a hub, whereby near to the airport as well, we are talking of, on the one side, the fish factory. Then we are also looking at cold storages to be built up in the same location. We have got around 16 acres of land over there, which helps us to develop the way we are looking at it. The shipyard will be on the middle between the port and the cold storage side. This port that we are planning to put up is essentially for the ship that we are building, and also later on maybe in the space too for the third party ships. I was talking about that we are also going to be helpful in the midstream as well. So if you look at it, that our capability of building ships does not mean that we are going to build only cargo ships. We can build oil tankers. We have built oil tankers in the lakes of in Indian Ocean, in Tanzania, in Kenya. One of the oil tanker requirement has come from one of the Ugandan oil company. They are looking at it, that if we can build them an oil tanker for transportation of oil. Now, these kind of vessels that we are going to build, or we are presently building, is of the highest international class as per the IMO rules, International Maritime Authority rules. And we follow and they are being surveyed through the Bureau Veritas and those kind of high-end classification societies. In that way, you see what it will help us as well as the country at large, even the population at large, to be aligned to be able to deliver products and such kind of things of international standards to the whole world. So Uganda will have its own pride to say, yes, we do it ourselves. And that's what our motto is, that we will say that we as Ugandans have been able to do it for our country, and we'll take pride for that. I want to thank Uganda Chamber of Mines and Petroleum for taking this interview under the caption of 90 Days Campaign. And I think it is very encouraging also for people to know, and it's a good initiative, and such kind of opportunity helps people to know, companies like us, what other opportunities lies in these companies for others to see. So thank you very much, and I would also love to have similar such interviews in future if it helps.